Thank you so much for accepting our invitation to be recognized as a woman in play.
Thank you. I'm so excited to be here, and I appreciate you inviting me.
As a first engineer to be the president and CEO of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, how has that played a role in your leadership strategy?
I think what you start to do is you start to think about what are the things that you've learned in your career path. And since being a member of corporate America, I take all of those learnings and try to make sure that I bring them into our sisterhood, but not so strong that you lose some of those bonds that you have. So one of the things you think about are, what are the goals? What are the things you want to achieve? What's your scorecard gonna look like? And you pick those things that you think are gonna make the organization better, and then you do things to make a difference. And that is the goal, and that's what I learned and felt like I brought to Alpha Kappa Alpha.
How was it being a pioneering woman when it came to being the first African-American plant director for Frito-Lay? Did that bear a heavy weight for you at all?
You know, this is what I'll tell you, and I loved working for Frito-Lay. What was great about it is you had a lot of different experience and roles. So it wasn't like you had one role and you went this way or that way. You had a lot of different roles that built on each other. So as you have those roles that build on each other, that helps you become a better person, a better leader. And I learned from the finance end of it to the quality end of it to running a manufacturing plant, which has all aspects of it. So it's been phenomenal, and that was great. And those are kind of the things that shape you and make you a good leader.
Leading a cross-functional team to commercialize $300 million in innovative products is a remarkable achievement. Can you share some of the insights and challenges you faced during that time?
You know, when you think about that and you think about all the things you're doing, in the heat of the moment, you don't feel it and don't understand it. But these are the things I learned. The people that work with you can either make you or they can break you. So you always work with your teams. You listen to what they're telling you, and then you explain which direction and where you're going. I think some of the challenges come in that, okay, here you've got this woman who's working with us and telling us what direction we need to go or where we need to go. But if you make them understand that you're listening, you're working with them, and you value their skills, that helps pull in together, build the team. And whatever it is, whether it's corporate America or whether it is working with a nonprofit, build that team. Listen to that team, develop that team, give opportunities, and all those things will help make you successful.
And it's building trust in the process.
Oh,
right?
Definitely. Yeah. You've got to build trust. That makes the difference, all the difference in the world.
Now, I would be remiss if I didn't ask about your family.
Yes.
I do want to know about your family dynamic and how that may have helped you along the way.
You know, I have 2 children. My daughter is probably the closest to me, who is also a member of our organization. So we do a lot together. I keep her busy, we keep working. But both kids, I tried to give them as much as I could to let them develop and determine who they wanted to be so that they could grow with themselves. But I was a single mom for half the time. And so we just built relationships and moved forward. I'm very close to my mother. My mother is 90 years old. She's also a member of the organization. I have 1 sister and her 2 kids. So we're kind of close in that family dynamic. Small family, but close.
So soaring to greater heights of service and sisterhood and having that reverberate internationally. Tell me about the strategy behind that and how you came up with the theme.
So when you think about themes, you're thinking about your goal, the direction where you want to go. And that's kind of the thing that I was doing. And I knew I wanted to get better, and I wanted to build on where we were and figure out how we can go further. And that's why I said, okay, well, if you're going to get further, what are you going to do? You want to soar to greater heights. You want to go further. And what are the things that I want folks to remember to think about? We want to empower our families because we want to remember our families. We want to build our economic wealth because wealth is important. We need to enhance our environment. I mean, that's very key because of the future. So we need to do that. We need to advocate for social justice. It's time for us to have our voice and then uplift our local communities. So 5 areas that we need to focus on and 5 things that we need to do. And then we need to make an impact. So starting the credit union for members only, the first African-American women digitally led credit union. You make those first. Alpha Kappa Alpha is always made first. And so that is the first from this administration, as well as we also just started our PAC that works with Advocate for Social Justice, and that's the AK 1908 PAC. And that's the Political Action Committee, separate from the sorority, but it's still another first for Alpha Kappa Alpha.
It's amazing. It's been amazing work, and I've had a good time being on that journey with you as well.
Love it, love it.
For women out there who are entering traditionally male-dominated fields, what advice would you give them in working their way up the ladder and becoming a leader in those fields?
You need to make sure you have a mentor, then you need to have a sponsor. Now, the mentor is a person you kind of sit down and chat with, and you can kind of pour your whole heart out and tell them the things that you want. And then they will help guide you along the way. But in order to get pulled up, you got to have a sponsor. And the sponsor, you're on your best behavior. So always have your plan, know the direction of where you want to go, and make sure you have a mentor and a sponsor and folks that you can talk to help move you along that track. That's one of the key things that I say you should do as an up-and-coming leader.
Very good advice.
I am so proud of where Alpha Kappa Alpha has come from and the direction that we've gone. We have been we're an organization that's 116 years old. We're the first African-American collegiate sorority. And we take a lot of pride in all that we do. We have over 365,000 members that we have brought into the organization. I'm very proud to be a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and love being the international president and CEO.
We're very blessed to have you as a leader. We look forward to learning more about you in the coming months, and congratulations.
Thank you. I am honored. I'm honored. Appreciate you.